casual.
We talk crap.
Talk rubbish.
Yeah, talk rubbish.
Time, which is what you're trying to do. Attempting to do rubbish right now is going to be tough.
Huh? Okay, yeah. Just start recording.
Sorry, already, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
You want to go here first?
I'll go here first. Hello, welcome to Spin TV. Today we'll be having a very quick key hands-on on the new Nikon.
People always mispronounce it. People always call it Nikon or Nikon.
Yeah, but it's Japanese, for goodness sake, people. It's Nikon.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. No,
Anyway, we are Asians, so it's Nikon. So anyway, this is the latest P900 super compact, super zoom camera from the Japanese manufacturer.
So tell me, what is the most interesting feature of this camera?
Okay, basically I think it's for people who feels they have less endowed physically to have the very super zoom.
Yes,
you see, it takes a long time to get it.
It's a bit overcompensating a little bit, if you ask me.
Correct, but then again, the key point is, people just want to do PI work on other people on the streets, I guess. But it does shoot well if you can really focus in quickly and zoom in.
Right.
All right. Generally, if you can see from the size, it looks as though that is a DSLR. So it's like a two-minded thing about it. It's like, why do you need this over a DSLR? Oh, the high chance is because I just want everything inside the package. So like, for example, I can do zoom, and you can do a 1 cm macro zooming. So it's basically...
So you can take very close-up stuff and make it look very nice with a nice bokeh at the back.
That's right. But the bokeh one thing is because of the small sensor that it has, is basically using a very small compact camera, 1 over 2/3 of an inch of a sensor. So it's kind of small. But because of the small size of the sensor, it enables it to have such a long zoom. Okay, basically you have seen some of the samples out there where people use this to shoot moons. You shoot, like I can actually shoot the marina.
Yes? When you say moon, you're talking about the moon that is in the sky, right?
Of course, that's the only moon.
Just to clarify some stuff.
So anyway, I can actually shoot the MBS from all the way from Montego Resorts in Batam. Can you imagine that? Batam. I can shoot this from MBS from Batam.
So you shoot MBS when you are in Batam?
Yeah. So that's the cool part about this is that, okay, for some people who really loves a bit of reach, this is perfect.
Yeah,
but
this is not just a little bit of reach, man. This is like, wow.
Yeah, maybe it just plays with the Singaporeans' kiasuism a lot more right now.
Yeah.
If you look at the back, basically it feels a lot like a DSLR, the way it handles. It actually has 2 ways for you to actually control the top wheel and the bottom wheel, so you actually can your aperture and your shutter speed actually can be changed from here.
Yes, and it's the flip out the screen as well, which is very DSLR.
Of course, then we can actually some of the DSLR will do a flip out, so you can do the selfie. So basically, this is really for the so-called people who are not very particular about the equipment that they have. They just want everything in one, and feels that this is a fantastic travel camera.
Right.
So
and it's light enough as well, right? It's not as heavy as something that's equivalent on the DSLR side.
Well, I have to agree that it's lighter than most of the DSLR, including a lens of this size where it doesn't happen in real life. You don't have a 2000 mm lens that's this size. It's impossible.
Right.
However, that being said, if you want image quality, definitely you have to invest on a very good lens. When you basically zoom too far out, the problem is the image quality will drop, whether you like it or not.
Right.
So what happens is, when you have a very long zoom, the problem is also speed, because look at it, how long it took for it to zoom out.
Yes. Actually, we can have a timer right now. We can actually
measure
how long.
Of course, it's like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4. It's already a couple of seconds to actually get this thing done.
And by then, your subject is gone.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So that's the key point. It's like, you can have the reach, but if you don't have the image quality or the responsiveness of the camera to actually get your shot in, you basically can't get anything in the first place.
Right.
So why for you have that reach?
Right.
Unless you're a private investigator.
Yes.
Yes. You want to shoot the HDB flat across the street.
If you're watching this video, not recommended. We're not recommending you do that, but in case you are a licensed private investigator, then of course get this camera.
Of course. But the thing also is, as you zoom longer, the camera has to really take its time to focus from the front to the back of the image to get a focus.
Right.
So that also adds time to the whole operation of the things. Oh, there's one more thing. Actually, there is a way for you to do a manual focus. A lot of people thought that, wow, this kind of compact camera has only AF and that's it. Well, this has a manual focusing. However, it takes a long time to get my focusing in. Usually when a DSLR user will know where we can get our manual focus ring in, is somewhere around here.
You can turn and turn.
Yeah, turn. So it's much faster this way. But you have to turn from this small little thing, and it's going to give you a thumb cramp after the whole thing.
So it's not very intuitive. You actually expect the manual focus to be on the ring itself, but actually it's at the back.
At the back, yeah. Right. And you have to press a lot of buttons just to go into AF and then go into MF, click this thing, then you can actually go and do your thing with this.
Actually, have you counted the number of turns that you need to make in order for it to come out all the way?
To give it credit, it actually does make it faster. It means if you do it faster, it actually steps up faster.
Okay.
But like most of the core electrical zooming and manual focusing, what happens is that if I just say that I want to zoom just that bit, or I want to manual focus just a little bit, you can't because they are in steps. So there is a problem. So either you have to do a manual focusing and then you have to physically either turn back up a bit or in front a bit just to get that bit more focus in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also notice that at the bottom, the base here for the tripod seems to be a bit off-sided. Is that intentional design?
I guess it's more like there's no space out for them to actually put the tripod screw head in. If you can't feel it right now, but once you're in the shop, you will actually feel that this is really front heavy. No thanks to the lens. The lens, it can zoom 82x.
Yeah, of course.
83x. Basically means it has a lot of glass right in front. So what happens is that when you hold, chances are you will be holding with two hands. If you hold it two hands, it's very, very, very stable. The thing is, when you want to do a single hand hold, front will be heavy. That being said, that means the center of gravity is not at the camera itself, but it's actually somewhere middle of the lens. So if you want to get something accurate in terms of framing, you put a tripod head down here, it's actually create a lot of stress at the tripod head.
Right.
So you have to get a very good tripod head to actually make sure that it stays there. The cheaper tripod heads will slowly will be.
I'm not a professional photographer, but I do a lot of street photography.
Of course.
And if you're doing street photography, there's no time for you to use two hands to kind of control your camera sometimes.
Right.
You're just using one hand, quickly take a picture of your subject, and then you move on to the next one. This camera being so lopsided in terms of the weight balance,
so
it's
like
going to be a bit weird when you do that, right?
That's right. So what happened was, usually what I'll do is I just zoom all the way out. Because it has 16 megapixel there, and then I have to crop a bit, it's fine. So I just use this widest, is 4.3. On the lens itself is equivalent to a 24mm. So when you have a 24mm, you just go shoot straight and just point and quickly get the shot done. It's good if it's done in the day, when you have tons of available light for you to use.
That's right.
But when you use at nighttime, it takes a bit of effort to actually get the focus in. So it just reminds me when I bought my first camera with the first kit lens, where the kit lens just doesn't help with a lot of things during the nighttime, and it doesn't have reach. So this camera is basically trying its best to say that, well, I give you something in the feature set that wow, you can zoom a lot more, but on the other hand, the quality has dropped a bit, but at least it's much better than your compact cameras out there. But if you really like something of image quality, then perhaps time to start to think about mirrorless or even DSLRs if you have the budget to do so.
And talking about night shots, you mentioned night shots just now. What is the ISO setting on this?
Oh, the ISO setting. To be honest, I don't dare to go all the way to 3200 to 6400 because the sensor is so small. So usually I just maximize it, just put it maximum at 1006 and that's it.
And
of course you can
you
go
won't see
higher.
a lot of noise coming from there.
I won't even want to use it, like I said.
Right.
It's good for day, but when it comes to nighttime, the ISO noise do creep in. How much it creeps in? Usually I just on the auto ISO sometimes. I haven't really tested yet, but to be honest with you, when I put on auto ISO and it's at nighttime, it's not as sharp as you would like to because of the ISO noise.
Right.
So, would I buy this? Well, I would say that for somebody who's out there trying to understand how a camera works, this $800+ right now on retail, 889, yes.
It's not a bad deal, right? All in one, everything together, pretty good zoom. Not bad.
If you're a PI, and I can say
yeah,
so.
or if you work for Nikon.
Nikon, not Nikon.
Yeah,
Nikon.
that's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So you will not work for Nikon, nah. I mean,
okay, maybe not.
I mean, look at it this way. It's something that at $800+ or less than 1,000, or you can go some other places that get cheaper than the retail price. Definitely, it will make it like feels like well, you got most of the things are inside. The key point is always about speed. It's only people who actually used very good DSLRs or very good mirrorless, then you will understand that there are certain things that you need immediate access to. For example, ISO.
Right.
Where can I get my ISO done?
It is very, very perplexing.
Yeah, you can't even see where's the ISO.
Yeah, that's right.
So zooming here, but it's going to take you a slow time to get it in. So, but give it credit when you there is a bird shooting mode actually.
Wow. Okay.
怕叫 mode. We call it 怕叫
okay.
mode.
I was just trying to ask you what that means, but anyway, yeah. Okay.
So that means we shoot wildlife bird, and this lens actually can auto zoom all the way to 800 mm from the start. So they know that you are shooting birds at a much further distance, and they'll start from there.
Okay.
Then again, you still have to wait for the zoom to come out before you actually can use it.
And by the time the bird fly already. Yeah.
Of course, then I'll just leave it on for the whole shooting session.
Okay.
So, well, do I want to buy this? Like I said, it really depends on what you want in the camera. If you say that if you're going to shoot primarily on a daytime, this is definitely all right. I actually can do some portraiture shooting with this guy. It's all right if the focusing is in. But when it comes to nighttime, the nighttime or lack of the light, chances are, even with the pre-focus lighting to assist lighting to actually help you to do so, it can't reach a certain distance you have to get the focus in.
Right.
So you have to rely on the environmental light to do so.
Right.
So for the beginners, this may be something you might want to look into. But for those who are used to the quality of the DSLR or even one of the high-end mirrorless, this might not be it. So do try it out. Bring an SD card to the shops. Try it out. Zoom it all the way out. Try to get a focus inside the shop, and see if you're okay with the focusing speed. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and this is the Nikon P900 from Singapore. I'm Wilson, and he's Keith. See you soon.
Bye.